Hey there, TikTok. My name is Colin Jones. I am running for President of the United States of America in 2028. I'm running to imprison Epstein's collaborators and protectors. I'm running to protect your constitutional rights against predatory and illegal actions by certain government agencies. All government agencies, but you know who I'm talking about. And I'm running to make your and your family's lives better by taking out corruption in the government and Congress and government members' families who are enriching themselves off your tax dollars, and using simple steps to fix the economy that Trump broke. This is going to be a mostly unscripted video, though. As I mentioned in the beginning, I am a veteran of the United States Marine Corps Infantry. You might sometimes see me wear this hat. Frankly, I mostly wear that inside because I don't like my apartment's overhead lighting. I had this hat custom made. This is to commemorate my first deployment to a combat area of operations, and this was my old unit. I wanted to make this video just to kind of emote and reach out to other veterans out there who might be having similar feelings. My first deployment and my only deployment to a combat zone was aboard a Marine Expeditionary Unit. The same kind of deployment that many young Marines are on right now, as the president sent them over to Iran. This war should not have happened. Full stop. I am not a fan of the Ayatollah. I am not a fan of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard or the Islamic Republic government that controls Iran. I have assisted and provided transit and strait security on a ship much like this one, moving through the Strait of Hormuz before, facing down members of the IRGC on speedboats armed with demolition to kill us, to kill Americans. I was very lucky, and no combat happened. We did not exchange any fire with the IRGC when we were there. It was over 10 years ago, and we had much steadier hands at the helm of state, being able to steer through near crises like that on a daily basis. Quickly, the Trump White House and their allies in AIPAC and Israel have steered us into a war we do not need to be in. They have killed Iranian civilians. They have caused the preventable deaths of American service members. They have made Americans and our allies vulnerable to attacks, not just in the Middle East, but around the world. That's all the common sense stuff, right? Like that's all the things that we know as Americans and we can agree on as Americans. The thing that has been weighing heavily on me is the safety of the Marines aboard the current Mew headed towards Iran. Marines, and particularly Marine infantrymen, are always ready for a fight. American military is the most elite military in the world, and the United States Marine Corps has some of the most fierce and well-trained fighters ever produced by any nation. Regardless of our ferocity, a wise man never tries to go to war. War means the death of friends. It means the death of sons and daughters. It means destruction, sometimes that we cannot rebuild. Some conflicts are unavoidable, and they must be met with measured military response. Conflict in Iran was avoidable. It did not need to happen. So I am personally frustrated, not just from a policy standpoint, not just from imagining myself as the executive and asking what would I do and easily creating better contingencies than what this joke of administration is doing. So I'm saddened because if we send Marines in, my brothers will lose their lives in a way that they did not need to. And to be clear, that's what signing up for the Marine Corps Infantry entails. We sign up understanding that we might have to pay the ultimate sacrifice during the terms of our service. There is an analogy in Marine Corps infantry circles I've heard often of the sheepdog and the flock. It's not meant to denigrate or to somehow place ourselves above American civilians, but rather the intimate relationship between those who are willing to stand watch, those who are willing to protect so that others might peacefully prosper. That is something we take a lot of personal pride in. We sign up knowing that we might be giving away everything, our future, our lives. To have a president not have a plan, To have a president react so impulsively and to obviously react this way to draw away attention from his involvement and mentioning in the Epstein files. It's insulting. It's not just insulting, it's repugnant. This administration has lied and abused the trust of the people who voted it in every single step of the way. The conversation about that and about the complicity of those who have supported this administration, I'm not here to talk about that right now. That is something I will talk about directly. What I'm here to talk about directly is the fact that we are sending the bravest people in our country, those who answered the call, to possibly waste their precious breaths because a borderline madman, the most incompetent president we ever had, is trying to distract us from people who have harmed children and is being supported by a foreign influence, AIPAC, that does not have America's best interests at heart and is manipulating American legislators, it looks like. Said this was just more of a unstructured, more of a rant than any kind of campaign video. Some days hurt and some days are hard. And I never really thought the day would come like this, where an American leader would so flippantly risk the lives of his servicemen. This is why we need leadership that has military experience. This is why we need leadership that understands what those kind of sacrifices mean. But most of all, this is why right now we need Congress. Although we know that they're too weak right now to act, but we need Congress to withhold funding for this conflict, to force the president's hand, and to stop this insane conflict. Any of my currently active Marine brothers see this. And excuse me if my civilian supporters and friends see this and find this message confusing. But to my Marines, fight hard. No matter what comes next, fight hard. I know you will. I know how we train, and I trust you. From Bellawood to Iwo Jima, our forebears in the Corps showed that we can overcome the darkest times. And I know you can overcome whatever challenges poor leadership has put you in. We've done this before. Fight hard. Come back safe. Do your duty. Stick to your honor. I know you will. Consider this support from an older Mew baby boot. Love you guys. Stay safe.